Welcome, welcome. We are excited to be here. It's the January PoM. We are clearly aware it is not January. We are clearly aware it is February 10th. We're just a little behind, but it's okay. We get to do what we want when we want, right? Everybody's in. So we're just pushing all back. But tomorrow is the last day to buy the PoM for January, and then Friday or Thursday we'll put up the February PoM. How's that? And then again, we'll push it back a little bit because that's okay. We had a little late start in January, but tonight we have some awesome, amazing things that you all have made. I made some too, so we'll just share. I've got 20 fabrics that are all knit. They're all great for the PoM. Almost all of them, they're such good prices. I mean, I hope you all think they're good prices. So the goal is we're just going to have some fun, and we're going to see if we can help you get that PoM done and on your body. That's the goal, to take the fabric, get it onto your body, to wear it. So welcome everyone. Glad you're here, and let's get started. So we're going to start by showing you the PoMs that you all made. I think we have 9 or so of them, and we're just going to show. And I did not actually print out the paper, so if it's yours and I don't say something that you wanted to say, please chirp in. All right, that would be wonderful. All right, so let's take a look at these pictures. I think they're amazing. This is the pattern of the month is 223. It's called Klein's Zippered Tunic. That obviously was Calvin Klein. It's number 223. It's a real easy sew. It's just super flattering. You can throw it on, dress it up, dress it down. I made a dress out of it, all kinds of different things. Different fabrics, we want to look at all of that. So let's just have some fun. Okay, I love this. Love it. Now, what you want to notice about this, if you notice she angled the neckline to match the angle of the zipper. I thought that was very, very nice. Very nice. So if you notice very closely, it's not the square neck. The pattern itself is a square neck. It's not the square neck. It's got that angle, and the angle matches the zipper. Well done. Very well done. Now, just FYI, for those of you who have entered, we chose a winner, and I emailed the winner. So if you're in these and you haven't checked your emails, check your email, because earlier today I emailed the winner. The winner, for those who don't know, every month we have $50. And it's not like a best of. It's simply we put it in an Excel spreadsheet. We do a random. It picks the winner. That's the winner. It has nothing to do with good, bad, or indifferent. We think they're all great if you send them in. And then every 6 months we'll pick a winner that's the $500 winner, all those who entered the previous month's PoM. All right? It's just fun. It's just fun to have a little bit of nudging you to get sewing and send it to us. Okay. Isn't this cute? Now, what I notice, if you go along, I noticed in each case where the zipper, or even sometimes it wasn't a zipper, it was like a trim that people put in. I love the contrast. Like, I like this. I love the contrast, especially because the contrast is diagonal, and so it really does help the eye move. And I just think it looks really super nice. So love that. And in all cases, you guys, I hate to do it, but I chop off, the faces just because it's safer that way. See, I love this. Look at that contrast. Is that adorable? I just love that. I really like it. Love the modern feel to it. It's animal print with that. And it doesn't obviously have to be a zipper. I made 3 and I put zipper in one of them and the others I didn't. So there's lots of things you can do with that horizontal line. I mean that angled line. That angled line is not horizontal. And I just love it. I love the design of it. And I know why I love this too. Isn't that pretty? I love the square neck. It's just so flattering on her. This is really fun to see these on you guys. For me, it's really fun to see you go through the process, do them. So I think I created this whole thing just so I could get to see you making them. And you put them on and you take a picture. They look amazing. Yay! Great job. Love this. This was a knit, she said. She just, kind of pulled it out. It was kind of a real geo splash knit. And you can see it looks so different. Each one looks so different. No zipper here that I could see. Didn't look at it real close, but I don't think there's a zipper there, but it just looks great. Love the necklace with this. You know, you want to watch for that square neck and that jewel necklace. Very nicely done. Little collarbone, showing a little collarbone, make, you know, right there to make sure that looks the best. That's the way to do it. Love this. Just absolutely love this. Now this, I recognize this is one of our fabrics, but she's just too cute. Little angled zipper there. And the best thing when you start pairing it is you want to do some type of a thin pant. This is a tunic. Tunics are everywhere for spring. We're really kind of jumping ahead. The main reason I chose it for January is to get you all a chance to really start sewing. Tunics are everywhere for spring. Very, very popular. This look right there. Tunic and a straight leg. It doesn't have to be a legging if you're not a legging wearer. You could do just a straight leg. Our new pant is a straight leg. Anything, or that barrel leg, anything like that would look really nice. You want a narrow hem though, not a wide hem. Okay? This she made for her daughter. This is actually her daughter modeling it. I love it. I love the splash of color and the splash of fabric. And for those of you still sewing for your daughter, the goal is to meld them into sewing, you know. It's to get them across that bridge so they want to do it for themselves. All right, great job. Love this also, but you know, so many times you guys, I know you say, you can't see black. I get it. You can't see black, but I love this. I love the way it looks on her. It's very flattering. That V-neck, isn't that pretty? Even that you don't even, just the V-neck. It's very nice. Very nicely done and very easy to sew. Love this also. Now, there was a question on this. This is a trim now that she put in there, but you can see that contrasting trim just really gives your eye a vertical go. I don't remember the question that she asked. So for you who this is, if you'll resend me that, I'll put it in the Q&As for Thursday night. So I appreciate your patience on that. I saw the picture, I got the picture, and yet I didn't get the rest of it for some reason. Lovely, great job. Is that it? All right, yay! And for the rest of you who don't, yay! I know some of you actually were really close to being finished and didn't get it done. And obviously I have to have time to get them all done and do what I do on our end. And so you may have it all ready to go and just didn't get it to us. But that's okay. See, just start now for February. We'll announce that February PoM Thursday, and we can get it moving. All right. Any questions? We're all doing good? Great job. Yay. And to the winner, yay. You're all winners. In my mind, you're all winners. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about the pattern and how it goes together. This is it. I made it just according to the pattern. So we're going to kind of come in and take a little focus on this. And I was going to look up the fabric number and I forgot. This is actually online and it's on sale. It's toward the bottom, but I don't remember the pattern fabric number. Anyway, this is 223. So what this is this has an underneath piece. So the front is completely 2 layers. So if you have a lightweight knit, it would work beautifully. The only negative of lightweight knits is obviously you don't get a lot of drape. And you know, the drape is really helpful. I did this with a stripe. In this particular case, I put the stripe right down the center front, right down the center back, and then I staggered the stripe on both sides of center front. I really wanted it to look like it was a sharp cut angle. I didn't want it to look like it was just crooked. And I was afraid if I lined it up, well, I did initially, I lined it up and it just looked crooked to me. So I offset it and it felt like I liked that better. And then the same with the side piece. I put the piece straight on the side. The back, just did, you know, stripe right down the center back, and then same with the sleeves. So there's 2 darts in the back, even though it's a knit. There's 2 darts. You've got your French darts here. The whole thing is lined with a facing. So it's, you sew one part and you sew another part, and then you do the neckline and turn one side inside out. Then you sew it together with the sleeves. So it's a very easy sew. The first one will take you, you know, a little bit of time just to figure it out. The second one you can, you know, you'll whip out in an hour. It's very, very quick. And it's very flattering. The angles, the asymmetric lines, the goal is to be real flattering. So I wanted to make it in a stripe, so you could do it in a stripe. The one I have on is a stretch woven. We'll see that fabric here a little bit later on tonight. But a stretch woven, the only thing, you don't have to change anything except your circumference. And what you want to do when you're dealing with a stretch woven or different knits, you're only looking at changing circumference. That's the only thing you have to worry about. All right, so I'm going to come over here because I want to show you my dress that I made, and this is this fabric. We'll get to that later. But I just love this. It is so comfortable on. It is just incredible. I just absolutely love it. So with this, I lengthened this 18 inches is what I did. And I wanted it, now keep in mind that if you were to lengthen it 18 inches, you'd have this big, it wouldn't close in the front. It wouldn't close. So what you want to do is take the piece and keep the same width here at the bottom of both of the pieces, and then just re-angle the line. And when you go to do it, you'll see it. Just keep the bottom piece the same exact width, and then just reconnect. So you're just changing the angle going down the front, and you can see it gets all this coverage. If you want to make sure it stays closed, you could go in and just stitch. You could stitch you could stitch as far down, call it your modesty stitch. You can stitch down as far as you want, but I just love it. It's great. Same V-neck. Scarves are so popular for spring that it's perfect to just make it out of a plain, simple fabric and then do just a great scarf with it. And of course, every time you change it, it'll look like a different, different outfit. You can travel with some scarves and really make it go different. Okay, so the goal is to show you, hope that you can see it. It can go with leggings, jeggings, any thin pants, or you can go ahead and do a dress out of it and make it full length simply by adding the amount you want. You certainly don't have to add 18 inches if you wanted to make it a little shorter knee length dress, figure out how much you have to add. I would always suggest, and I say this often, make it one time through. Kind of just get a feel for the pattern. But my goal for you all is to use it more than once. You've paid for the pattern, you have the pattern. We want to make it more than once. Certainly it looks different every time we do it, and that pattern becomes free after you make it the one time. All right, so then what we've done is we've put up 22 fabrics. They are silhouettepatterns.com. Go over to fabrics, over to the right-hand side, click view all, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see 22 fabrics at the bottom. Our number is 1100, so 1101, 2, 3, all the way through 1122. Ask questions as we go. The whole goal is to just give you a glimpse inside of our little fabric store, little store of fabrics. We have gotten literally several tons of fabric in for spring. So this is truly a glimpse, but we want you to see all the options that you have with these fabrics and just really see how much fun they are. My microphone, my clip, we just haven't gotten the right clip in. We keep buying clips and we keep getting them in, and they're just not the right clip. So I've just got this swung around my neck. It'll be fine. If you have any volume issues, just let us know. But we're going to start with 1100. Okay, so 223 is our POM. And just every month, just so you know, our POM is on the very front page of the website. Not across the top, those are the new patterns, but if you scroll down just a little bit, the pattern of the month is at the, kind of in the center of the page, on the very front page. Okay, so the goal is to not tell you the fiber content or to not tell you really anything about the fabric. In my opinion, the goal is to just help you see the fabric itself. So to help you see the drape, so that you can kind of almost like you were here in the store feeling the fabric. I put this in because I really felt like it would be fun. It's got great drape. It is a viscose. This is 1101. Pink, first off, is just a really strong color for this season. And all shades of pink. They've really stressed light pink, but I'm seeing all shades of pink. I don't think it's just the light pink. But this is just a real combination of a lot of pinks. And with a square neck, I felt like these squares would work really well. On the bottom, you could turn them on a bias and really get some movement out of it. I just thought this was a really fun piece, and I felt like it would make up really well in this particular garment. So this is the 1101. All right, and then 1102 is it's 100% cotton, and it's like a pontoroma. So this garment is going to work really well in either a 3-ounce knit or 4 ounce. It will do well in either one. The the gray over here is a 3 ounce, and yet the stripe is a 4 ounce. So this is like a Pontoroma. It's 100% cotton. It has beautiful drape to it. Both sides are usable. You really can't tell the difference between the two sides. It's kind of a bubblegum pink, and it's just pretty. Great base color, and then you could do a dress out of it, just some little sandals, a scarf would just knock it out of the park. Just look cute. Cute, fresh, spring, everything you need. Okay? And then the next one we have is a red, and it's a blue red, just for those of you who want that information. It's a blue red, and it's a scuba. And now when you're talking scuba, this is, I think, just a great outfit to make out of scuba. And you can always go in if you don't want, like I like the double layer in the top part. If you don't like that double layer, you could always go in and just do the front facing and the back facing with a lighter fabric. In a case where you're using like a scuba, you could go in. Is this a blue red or is this an orange red? Now I'm looking at it, it's an orange red, isn't it? I think it's an orange red, you guys. I think it's more of an orange red, actually, when I'm looking at it. When it was up there, it looked more blue, but when I took it down, it looked more orange. All right, this one is also a little scuba, but much lighter, much, much lighter. And I'm going to show you both sides of it. It's got a little texture to it. It's really a cool fabric. It's got great drape is the reason I put it up. It's a cotton poly or viscose blend, I think. I shouldn't say that because I'm not sure. And then if it contradicts something, then you won't know. But look at the drape on that. It's just really, really nice. It's real dense, I guess is the best word to say. This next one, I'm completely in love with this. It is a 100% cotton, and the beauty of this is it's reversible. So if you wanted to just really play with the parts, you could reverse this and use the stripes and the florals, and I just think it would really make just a great design as far as a top goes. You just don't find fabric like this. And the fabric it's got stretch in both directions, but it's almost like it's a dual 100% cotton. It's a pretty fabric. It's really nice. Very nice. So it's like a Pontoroma weight, but it's got real good drape. It's just pretty. Just a real pretty little piece of fabric. And I don't think I'm even going to try to put that back up. I think I'm going to put it over here. It's plenty heavy. And then I've gone to the pinks. And then this is the last pink that I did because it matches so well. All of these, in that print right there, let's see, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. In that 5, that print, it has so many pretty pinks in it. So there's just a lot you could do with that. This also is a scuba, but it's a very lightweight scuba. Let me get it. It's all wrinkled at the bottom. It's really a lightweight scuba, and I think scuba has got to be one of the fastest changing fabrics out there, simply because manufacturers are using it a lot. Women are buying it a lot. That we like it. We like it. It's flattering. It's very flattering. You know, if you contrast it to a thin knit that's really clingy, which isn't so flattering, these are just really flattering. They really glide over the body, and they're very slimming. So I see so much change in the whole scuba market, I'm going to call it, where scuba 2 years ago was just horrible. And I remember saying many times, who would wear that? Well, I would now, but it's changed quite a bit. So this is I call this like a salmon color. And again, all of these pinks go with that floral, so they're very nice. This is a solid, this would be 1107, and it's a solid cream color, but it's got variegation of white all through it, and we'll come up close and we'll show it to you so you can see it. But again, it's also like a Pontoroma in weight. It's a very nice hand to it. So I think if you look real close there, you can see it's almost like a, silk slub when it has a slub through there, but it's not a silk, obviously. But you can see it's a little white slub through it. It's very pretty, and it's very spring and very fresh looking. All right. And then next one's a viscose. It's really beautiful. It's an Italian viscose. I keep watching the Olympics thinking about all the fabric that's coming from that area. Lake Como, it's such beautiful. I hope you guys are kind of tuning in. It's fun to watch. Again, viscose is known for its drape. I put this in because I thought it'd be really fun to isolate the parts. You've got navy in there. You've got, you could cut it up and put the parts wherever you wanted it to be. It's got stretch in both directions, so you could turn it up and down. You could turn it lengthwise. You kind of do whatever you want with it to really get the look you want. So I would think that two different garments made out of this, neither one of them would look alike. So I think this would really be fun. The pieces of the pattern are not that big, so you could really turn them and go whatever you want. And again, for a dress, this would just be super comfortable, 100% viscose. And then I put in here, I think I called this gold fuzz because it's such a good, it's pretty. I mean, it's just pretty. And it's got a little bit of texture to it. But I just felt like it would be so pretty to make this top out of this. And you could even do pants that were the same color. And then the amount of scarves or jewelry, just such a base piece that I think would be so pretty. You could do a lot of different things with it. It's a real pretty gold. Yeah, you can see that texture there. Good camera. It's really nice looking. Both sides are usable. One just has a little more texture than the other side. But you can see that drape is great. Okay. All right, and that's 1109. So I tried to kind of color coordinate these to see which ones you wanted to do. This is 1110. Obviously, I put this in because it's just a fun stripe. I felt like these stripes. Now, this is 100% cotton. I just love the stripes. It's actually, I don't even know if I can tell a difference between the sides. You definitely don't need reversible fabric, but it kind of be fun to play with the stripes and see what you want to do with those. But again, great. You can see this is that. Can you kind of feel it? Cool fabric, pretty fabric, very summery, very light. We have a tennis shoe class going on this week. For those of you making tennis shoes, you could make a little white pair of leather tennis shoes and wear your tennis shoes with your new tunic. All right, that's 1110. And then 1111. I love this. And I put this in because I thought it'd be so much fun to do like a border, to isolate those flowers. See how there's a border? Now this is a panel. Let me hold it out for you better. This is a panel, and you can see that there's a panel along part of it, but not all of it. So some of these panels, you guys, we think that they're even. They're not. I got an email today from a lady who said, well, the panel wasn't the whole thing. It is. It's just, they're panels, but they're continuous. So they kind of go into different sections, even though we could look at it and say, oh, well, it stops here. It doesn't. That's not where it stops. It just keeps going. But anyway, I love that. I thought that was a lot that they could do with that, and it would just be really fun to play with that on the fabric. And you can see it starts again. So just a really fun fabric, and that's 1111. I'm going to shove that back up there. All right, so that's the top row. I think the whole top row is $19.99. So our goal was to really keep the prices down, give you some great fabric, start spring sewing. It's a perfect time to do it. Some of the country is shut in with weather. Others, we had 74 today. It was amazing. Just sometimes you just can't stay inside when the weather's that nice. What is the number of the January POM? It's 223. So you can go into your search bar at the top of Silhouette Patterns and just put in 223, or you can go to the front page, and it's kind of right in the middle of the page. Just click on that link and it'll take you to it. And it's discounted. Whenever we have the POM, it's always discounted $5 or something like that off the regular price. Okay? Okay. Any other questions? All right, let's keep shopping. Yay! Okay, so 1100. This is 1101 through 1111, and then I've got 11 more on the bottom. And so we'll start, this is 1112. So this is a terry, but it's a very, very, very fine terry, like very fine. Like, I don't even know if y'all will be able to see it. It's orange. Orange is everywhere. It is wonderfully popular. The terry is on the inside. Nobody would ever know it's a terry. But that drape is just beautiful. And this is a really clean orange. It's very pretty orange. The hue is real deep. It's real intense. An orange little top. Can you see it with little white slacks? Be so cute. Little scarf. Be adorable. Just adorable. That's 1112. I have some pieces that I just have a couple yards of that I decided to put in here. This is the pink and gray. Pink being that where we're going to see, this is cotton poly or viscose, I'm not sure which, has stretch in one direction. You just want to make sure the stretch is going around. You don't need stretch in two directions. You just need it in one. Whenever you have fabric, you want to adjust your sizing for the fabric. So if I've only got one way, I'm going to use a different size than if I have two way, depending on how much stretch I want. So this is that foil. It's a metallic foil. It's pink and gray, very light pink. It's a great piece. It's kind of like that tie-dye look almost. And it's got great drape. It's got wonderful drape. Okay, that's 1113, 1114. I just got this one piece left. This is Armani, and this is Gringe, that gray beige, and I love this. I felt like it would be just such a great example. It's linear and it's also textured, so you could really do both with it. You could change directions, or you could cut it all as one and just, not change directions. But I just really love the texture of this. Yeah, look at that. That's so Armani looking. It's so rich. So there's only a little bit left, but it would really look very, very rich. Add that with a little scarf and you're good to go. It's really beautiful. Okay. All right, so that's 12, 13, 14. This is a 15. This is our cobalt blue. This is like the color of the year. We don't have that much either. And this is I know you can't see it, but I'm going to kind of describe it to you. It's a kind of a texture. It's crepe. It's a beautiful crepe. And the reason, again, I put these in here is because of what great drape they have. They just have incredible drape. So I just love how much drape they have. And the drape in this pattern will really, just help you look slimmer. It'll just hang really beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Love that color of that. All right, you guys see anything you like yet? If not, keep watching because I'm going to show you more. All right, and so this is, I got to get that off my cord. Okay, so 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 16. I love this too. Look at that. And this is stretch in both directions. I just think that would be so beautiful with a pair of jeans. Just got a lot of movement in the fabric. Just really pretty. And some, it doesn't, a lot of the photos put zippers in, but the zipper's not necessary. I love the one that put the little trim in. In the gray dress I made, I didn't put anything in. I just left it. And I really think you could have cut that top piece as one. I didn't experiment. I didn't get that far. but I think you could have cut that top piece as one. Then this is, again, we just had a little bit left, but I thought it'd be so pretty. This is a cotton poly and a velvet. And this, again, is just a real popular color. I thought this velvet was so pretty that I thought it would just be really beautiful. Velvet's being worn year-round now. It's not just holidays, especially in these colors. This color is so good for spring. Isn't that pretty? Oh, my goodness. Wow. And velvet's this is a cotton poly. Velvet's very easy to work with. Just a real easy fabric to sew, to cut, to press. It used to be cotton velvet, and you had to really be an expert to deal with velvet. And that's just not the case anymore. It's just real easy, and if you haven't done it, it's just a lot of fun. Very easy to do. Then this next one is a cotton poly, and it's the one I have on. Now this is the one that I said is a stretch woven. And I just fell in love with this fabric. I think it's just beautiful. It has stretch in one direction. And so again, I adjusted my size. I'm going to just kind of let it drape there so we can get a close look at it. Love the color. It's kind of like a deep Wedgwood blue. It's just beautiful. Yeah, you can see that texture. It's a very, very fine crepe. But whenever you've got a crepe, typically you've got better drape because that crepe is a really high spun yarn. It's a very high twist yarn, I should say. And most of this is actually cotton, but they put the poly in there so you can actually get a higher twist out of the yarn. And there's a matte side and a shine side, and so you can also, depending on what you want, which side you can use. Okay, and that was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That was 1218. This is 1219. Let me check 1 second how much stretch to see in both directions. So this particular fabric, I couldn't even tell the difference between the front and the back. This is a really cool fabric. This is your really, well, this side is darker. But if you didn't see the right side, you wouldn't know the wrong side. It's a leopard and a blue. And notice they're paisleys. So this is a really, very Italian fabric, but really in for right now. This is what's happening. And so if you decide to make a top out of this, I just think it would be really great. Jeans, just to wear it with jeans or jean leggings, I think would be just a great look. And this is 11, let me just see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 12, 19. 11, I'm sorry, 1119, you guys, 1119. All right, 1116, I'm going to jump back to that for just a minute. That is this one right here. It's the leaves, I think, unless I'm wrong. And the question is how much stretch? It's got more stretch one way than another, but it's got stretch in both directions. So I would say it's probably 4 to 5 going that way, and 4 to 6 easy going this way. Okay. All right, that's 11, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, I love this. Again, I put this in here because there's enough blank space that I felt like you guys could do just really cool things out of this, especially pair it with a pair of white pants. Can you see it? I just love it. Oh my goodness, I just love it. You could do navy in there. There's a navy in there also. But boy, is it a good looking piece of fabric. And this has stretch in both directions. It's a cotton poly. And it's a panel also, but again, if you notice, the panels just keep going. The newer fabrics, what I've noticed is the panels are not as distinct as they've been in the past. So they kind of just start flowing one into another so that the designer, the end user, whoever, can really decide where they want that panel to start and stop. But it's got great drape. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. This is 1120. Okay, and then 1121, this is like a Pontoroma weight again. Love the weight of this. And it's a beautiful gray. Gray is our base color that is one of our base colors for spring. And it's really nice, and of course mixed with white, it's very fresh, it's very clean. You don't really get the pattern until you get up on it fairly close, and then you see it's kind of a brick pattern. And again, I thought with this square neck, that would just be a really fun way to work with a square neck. It's a knit, so you don't have to worry about bias. You can really put this whatever position you want, but you could certainly create a really fun look out of those distinct blocks, or bricks, I guess they should be called. And again, great drape. I think this is 100% cotton. I think, not sure on that. It's on that fabric. And then this is my dress. And partly I did it because I wanted a straight, just solid gray. You know, I just wanted a base is what I wanted. I've got a lot of scarves that have different colors in them. So when I was looking for a base, I thought, you know, I just want a solid base that'll just go with everything. And certainly this is it. And then this has got a little bit of just kind of a sweatshirt backing. It's kind of like, it's a sweatshirt, but it's much lighter. It has stretch in one direction, good stretch, good amount of stretch. So obviously I put that going around the body. And it's got great drape, very easy to work with, very easy to press. It's a cotton poly, but it's mostly cotton. It's really got some, you know, just some great drape in there. And I love just what a casual feel it has. So you can make it as dressy as you want, or, you know, just leave it casual. It's going to be great dressing for the summer. It's going to really afford me to just throw something on and yet, you know, look like I spent a little more time than just nothing trying to put something together. Okay, so that's 22 fabrics. Anything that you have a question of, we can go back and show you. 11 on the top and 11 on the bottom. Just fun. They all make up well, different. Like I said, the gray to my blue to the stripe over here. I like them all. They're all good. What is the February PoM? That's the February PoM. We'll announce it Thursday. Just watch the website Thursday morning. We want to give a chance one more day for people to watch this and get their pattern ordered for January, and then we'll put up the February. Okay? And we'll delay, for those of you who are PoM club members, we typically mail out the pattern on the 10th. We'll mail out the pattern on like around the 16th. The 16th is a holiday, so like the 17th. So just let us know if you want an exchange once you see that pattern being released. If you're on our email list, we'll announce it in the emails on Friday. And this is President's Day weekend. Yay! All right, any questions? Y'all are quiet tonight. Are you awake? Hello? Do you remember our joke? Are you walking? Remember your walk? I did my walk today. Did you do your walk? And what about our joke? Are you remembering to laugh and get some few funnies in? I don't remember our joke. Oh, yeah. What do you call a funny hill? That's right. Hilarious. Okay. Could 1110 be used for pants? 1110 would be this one. No, this one. Oh, yes. No. So these are all knits, and these are all, I think this top is not unusual, but because it's a tunic, those 3-ounce and 4-ounce both work very, very well. So I think a lot of these fabrics would work for pants. If you have to know my real secret, they would work really well for pants. This is not too light at all. I think a lot of times women, when they're making yoga pants or knit pants, I think they need a fabric that's too heavy, personally. I've seen women come into the store and the pants are just too heavy. Stores are not using, try to feel the thickness or the thinness of the pants in the stores that are being made, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. This would be perfect for pants. May I please see the very first fabric? Of course, this is that pink, this beautiful pink, and I put it in because I love the squares. And this is a very square pattern. This is actually a masculine pattern. It's got a square neck, it's got diagonals, but all of the cuts are angular. They're all masculine. So I chose a more masculine fabrics for the most part. Some are feminine, but I felt like it would really blend well. And this is 1101 is what this is. This is 100% viscose, has stretch in both directions. It's just fun. Cool, huh? All right, 1101. When I put this one in, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1105, you can see that these colors in here just go with everything. I mean, there's so many different colors of pink in there. It's just fun. And that is the color. That's just, and then, of course, it's blended with gray, and gray is one of our base colors. So it's just a really current, fresh fabric. That's the goal. My goal is to always bring you what's coming in, what's fresh, so that you're not buying stuff that's not current and good. That's the goal. Okay. Does yoga count? Yes, yoga's the best, you guys. Are you kidding? We don't care if you're doing walking. We just want you to do something and everything. And yoga is awesome. Yoga's awesome. You can ask my son. My son's a major yoga. And I'm trying to get to yoga because the best thing about yoga, especially as you get to be me, is the flexibility. Like I don't know, it's been a couple weeks, the class I went to, like I was amazed how flexible these people were. And I thought, okay, I can get there. I just have to keep going. So that's my walking. Not that I'm not walking, but is getting to yoga. Any new photos of Eddie? Oh, I don't, except, Eddie got groomed and he gave him he called the summer cut. He looks like a Chihuahua. He doesn't even look like a Westie anymore, but Eddie's wonderful. Eddie's wonderful. I don't have any pictures of Eddie, but he's wonderful. I need an orange tank. Is 1112 too thick or thick, probably? 1112, let me see. No, you guys. Here's the deal with this fabric. This is an opinion, all right? And I know y'all are going to take it as that. This is a fabric that could do either top or bottom. If you don't wear orange, if you don't feel like orange is the color for you, then put it on the bottom. And yes, make yoga pants out of it, and then do like a white or a milk top. If orange is for you, this would be great on the top. Stretch in both directions. I think it's 100% cotton. It's a great fabric. Yeah, it's really a beautiful fabric. Do it on the top, and then do a cute little, colored skirt. I mean, this even has orange in it. So you can put these together. You can see that it just brings out the orange or the pink, just depending on what you put it with. So lots of options. But orange is like yellow right now. It should just be part of your spring wardrobe. It's just really stylish. You're going to see, I've got some really beautiful oranges in that I'm going to pair this with. This is the beginning, but they just look great. I can see it going with this. I put it down the bottom row just because it was too tall. But look at this together. If you're not an orange person, put that on the bottom and put this on top. Look how pretty that is together. And you can see it just makes the orange pop. But you don't have to, you could even take the black and put the black by your face, put the orange farther away. So it's really just fun to kind of mix all these colors together. Quick question. What is your opinion on busy fabric patterns for women over 55? I'm hearing we need to go solid colors instead of a busy fabric. Oh, Collie, don't listen to that. What is it, 55? You turn into a prude? I mean, I'm well over 55. No. Don't let me dissuade you now, but I just think that's, whenever I see these for women over, it's like, really, like what happened one night? I went to bed and then I was over and then I have to change everything because now I'm over. I would say no. I would say be you. You'll look great. You know, there's some rules. I'll bring you the rules, but it's not over 50 or under 50 or, yeah, I don't think so. That's an opinion. Which way does the stretch go on 11:19? 11:19, let me figure out which one that is. This is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. On 11:19, the stretch, I think the stretch is in both directions. Yeah, it is. This is 11:19, and it's got stretch this way. It's definitely got more stretch up and down. So here it's easy 4 to 6, and this is probably 4 to 4.5. There's not that much stretch this way. There's quite a bit this way. Fun fabric, just a fun fabric. Lightweight, but yet not see-through. That's what I love about it. It's really a nice fabric. You know, a lot of those things that I kind of screen, and then I forget that I screen them. Like I wouldn't buy a fabric that was this light that was see-through because it wouldn't give you the drape and support. You know, it just wouldn't, what would you make out of it kind of thing is what I think a lot. But anyway, may I see 11:11 again? Of course you may. 11:11, that's what we're here for, to show you these fabrics, you guys. Okay, so let me just show you where the yard goes. Well, I mean, we just measure by the yard, but see the panel, how it goes here and then starts again here. That's the yard. But if you notice, the panel only goes halfway. So you can use the panel if you want, or you can just put it at the bottom of something or put it along an edge of something. And especially with this pattern, you have a lot of angled edges. And those angled edges can go any direction. So I'm going to show you an example. Like, look at this dress. It's longer. You could take this. I need to make sure I'm not stepping on my cord. Sorry about that. This is kind of what I was visualizing. To take, I figured that would happen. Anyway, to take this part and go this way. So see how you could come down. You could take that, and because it's a knit, you could go any direction. And then it's got a little bit, enough of a border where you could come that way. Wouldn't that be cool, you guys? And you've got separate pieces. You could even make the top solid black and not even make the whole thing floral, but almost just make it in parts. And that's what I say about piecing this in different colors. I think once you do one and kind of get it down and say, oh, this is really easy, then you start imagining. Then you start really being able to use your brain and saying, wow, I could do this and I could do this. And if you pay attention, you'll see these tunics. They're going to be really popular. I'm seeing quite a few in the store already. They're just good. They're just a lot of, and they're very flattering. That's the good news. They're really good. I guess I'm not going to put that back up. We're not going to worry about that. Can you show how you line the striped sample top? Well, it's not technically a lining, but I can show you. Let me describe this the best way. When you're making it, you sew this piece onto this piece. Now, if you're putting in a zipper, if you're putting in trim, that's when you put in your zipper or your trim. Obviously, in this, I just did it together because I felt like the stripes were enough change. All right, so that piece is one. Then you have underneath here a facing piece. And you sew this piece to the facing piece. Up there, there's a seam right there. You sew those two together. Then when you put the neckline together, you flip the facing inside and it supports all these pieces. So that's the best way I know how to explain it. I mean, it's all there, but basically you've got two separate pieces. One's the facing and one's the bottom, and one's the top and one's the bottom. Then you put those together when you sew the neckline together, and you insert one in so that this piece down here, this right here, is all attached. It's made beautifully. It really is. Again, I copied exactly how the original was done. This was a Calvin Klein, and I copied how it was done. And I did it because it was made really beautifully. Then this front facing, you know, can't flip out. It's connected. It's sewn in when you put the sleeves in. It's just really, it's just beautifully done. I love the way it's put together. I love the construction on it. Okay. is that the same pattern on the dress form? All of these are the same pattern. It's the PoM. So on the PoM, we choose one pattern. We do different ways of that one pattern, but it's all the same pattern. The goal is for me is to help you see that one pattern can be lots of different things. It's not just what's on the cover. It can be lots of variables. That's the goal. So yes, these are all the same because it's the January PoM, and it's the price. The discounted price is only good through tomorrow. Okay? I think we've got a lot of new people who don't know. Yeah, I think so. And that's good. Welcome, welcome. That's why we say welcome, welcome. We say it twice, once for the new people and once for the people who've been here. Welcome, welcome. Are we good? Eddie is adorable. I'm just telling you. He's just adorable. Makes me happy. I babysat him today for an hour. Well, it was a little longer than an hour, but we went on a walk. So funny. Like we go all the way around the block, right? But we have a dog park at the end of our, sort of at the end of our street. And he's never been this way before. I've taken him other ways, but I haven't taken him this one way. And you could tell that when he was getting close, he just froze. Like those dogs were just way too much for him. And so he started going back the other way. And I had him on a leash. I said, no, we're going to go this way. Well, that terrier won because we did not go that way. He would not go the other direction. I tried to pick him up, and every time I tried to pick him up, he'd run a little as far as the leash would go. So finally I went, all right, we're going back the way you want to go. And we did. But someday we'll get to the dog park. He's just not old enough. He can't go to a dog park yet. I was just going to tease him and show him the dogs. He was not interested in those dogs. So he's just too cute. I didn't get the Fit to Stitch pattern. Okay, so, I appreciate you guys asking that. So let me just tell you that, there's a couple things I need to tell you. I forgot. All the Fit to Stitch, well, we've already started mailing out the Fit to Stitch and the pattern. All of that started. We should be done probably by Friday, if not Friday, Saturday. All those will be mailed out. That's the new 1400 series, yay! And the pattern. If you just ordered the pattern, same thing. It'll all be out by the weekend. Some of you have probably already gotten yours because we started shipping them last week. The little easy wheels, the seam allowance, those we've actually started shipping also. They'll probably, again, same thing, be out by, worst case scenario, the middle of next week. Okay? And then I think that's all we have on pre-sale. The new patterns, those will ship out at the beginning of March. But you know what? I've got a bias maker. A bias, we've got the grain ruler, the easy bias ruler, ruler. And now we have, and I'll put it on the website for tomorrow for the email, is those bias makers. So once you've got your strip cut, you run it through the bias maker and it will make the bias tape for you. And the reason I'm doing this is because I used to always, go to, one of the things I did at Joann's, I always went and looked at their bias tape. Well, there's no Joann's anymore, there's no bias tape around. So it really gives you an ability to make so many bias tapes that will match your clothing. And as a hint, our PoM for next month has bias on it. And so I've been working to get all this in place. So we'd have the ruler and the bias tape makers. So anyway, watch for those. They'll go up tomorrow. All right? All right. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell notification. My son still has to write all that out. Icon. Oh, okay, I'll read it exactly as he does it, rather than trying to think I actually remembered. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell notification icon. Did I do better? Okay, you guys, that's the goal. And it really does help us. It helps all of us because, when we sell more, we lower prices. We don't try to make more. We just lower the prices. So the more we sell, we just keep the prices going down. I won't tell you that. It doesn't matter. Anyway. All right, so Thursday night is our Q&As, just FYI. Friday night, you guys, we have a yoga class here at the store, and we've got openings. So if you can get to Dallas, it's great weather. All the flights will go. If you want to get in that yoga class, get in that yoga class. We've still got it. And then upcoming, we've got our pattern making class. Don't forget that. Somebody asked me a little bit about it, and in the pattern making class, you get the free DVDs. You get the basic pattern making and the pants DVD. You get both of those so that you can reference them back once the class is over. But that's coming up, and then it's all fun. It's all fun. We're going to Barcelona this year. Well, we're going to Italy 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And you guys, I hope you're watching those Olympics, just some of them, because the view is incredible. And the Duomo right in central Milan, oh my goodness, I watch and I just get so excited. And of course, it does not look, you know, I mean, it's beautiful, but not even close to what it is in person. It's just amazing. But anyway, okay, we're excited. We're going. We'll shift around our Q&As we'll shift around things that week because I'll be gone, but we'll figure it all out. No worries. We'll still be here. Come rain or shine, we're like the postman. Although the postmen don't always show up. But anyway, we appreciate you all being here. Thanks so much. Anything else? We're good? All right, then we'll see you Thursday night. Bye.